What's up? This is your girl Sapphire, also known as Hope Wonder. I'm here with DJ Rod in Philly. We're here at the Brillo listening party. And you know the KonnecT show on Wu-Tang Radio is always keeping it high, so you need to keep it locked. Right now, I'm about to speak with Music Mystro. That name is so exciting, though. Okay, so talk to us about your name.
Grammy-nominated, multi-platinum producer, Music Mystro. Play 3 instruments, and I'm a DJ.
Okay, writer, jail writer that is. Okay, I'm back. Dipset, Mystro, let's do it. Okay, I'm the future and the present. Dipset, we getting fatty. That's why everywhere I roll, your bitch yelling that I'm sexy. Cause ever since I threw princesses in the bezzy, I'm getting spotted like I'm bench pressing something heavy. There you go. Check me, I am past a bad. That's why I pass on bad. I got stacked to tackle, plus I ain't the average rascal. I would clap the jack.
He just said, it's no big deal.
Yeah, Music Mystro, you know what I mean? I know the origin of my name. I think the original Music Mystro was Barry White, but I just remember my great-grandfather teaching me playing the piano when I was young, and he said, he's a musical maestro. He gonna be a musical maestro, and it's stuck. This stuck.
That's what's up, though. Yep. That there's like a family background to it.
Yep.
So talk about the 3 instruments you know how to play.
Play the piano, play the drums, and I'm learning the bass guitar. I'm a little bit nice with that. I'm getting nicer. And I guess the fourth instrument is the turntables, because I feel the turntables is an instrument.
True indeed.
Okay, so I will give you that, because nobody could say, here's a turntable, I'm just the sweetest, and just automatically do it. It definitely takes practice and work, and you have to learn your craft right.
To do the things that the turntables do, it definitely takes a skill. Like you're not getting on there and just scratching. Your scratching is gonna be crazy. Like, you know, the cut, transform, that's practice and skill. It takes years to learn how to do that. So that is an instrument. It makes beautiful noise when you do it right.
I like that definition. That was very nice. So it's clear to see that there are some things that weren't typical in your growing experience. How did that help shape you?
I'm from a musical family. My great-grandfather, my grandfather, and my Uncle Sonny, they all musicians. My grandfather and my Uncle Sonny, they're brothers. They was in doo-wop bands. They play instruments. My great-grandfather used to play with Thelonious Monk. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, so being young, like when I say young, like 5 years old, 6, 7, I used to see them watching piano tapes, classical piano tapes. I didn't know what I was watching, but I see it was in me, you know. And grandpa, he taught me how to play the piano, you know, gave me piano lessons, and there you go. You know, while everybody was spending money on weed and drinks and stuff like that, I was going to Nobody Beats the Wiz, Sam Goody, HMV, buying the latest albums and instruments and, you know, drum machines, stuff like that. Like, I wanted music equipment.
Yeah. So that probably helped to, like, keep you focused, I'd imagine, right? And off of a lot of things that get people caught up in other things, such as, like you said, drugs and alcohol can sometimes lead people into some things that lead into other things. So did that help keep you grounded and focused?
3 decades and a half, and I still don't smoke or drink.
Really? That's impressive, because I'm all about a martini. So somebody failed me in my growth process. No, I'm just joking. But that's really impressive. That's like really like your brains and your lungs. You got baby lungs. You got the ability to just fresh air.
I ain't gonna sit here in front like I never tried it. I tried it before, but you know, I had a 3-day high. That shit bugged me out. It wasn't my thing. You know, it wasn't me. Like,
I thought that was just me. The last time and this was years ago, it had probably like 4 or 5 years ago, the last time I tried marijuana, it was like 8 hours, and I fell asleep and woke up, and I still was high. I was like, how do people do this and function?
Right, and all I wanted to do was eat. I was just eat and sleepy. Like, I didn't want to do shit. I had to go to the studio. I didn't want to go. I canceled a couple of studio sessions. Like, that shit felt crazy, you know, but salute to those that do it, because
I've still function.
Yeah, I've seen people that can't function when they sober. They get high and everything get done. Like, my barber shouts to Ant. When he's high, he's so precise with the lines and everything. Like, it's just like he just focus on that one area, everything be sharp. So I don't know. Some people can function with it, some people can't.
I can feel that. So, what would you say is the best thing about what you do?
The best thing about what I do,
because you're like involved in so many different things.
I create music. It starts with the producer. There's no music without the producer. The artist can't put nothing out without the producer. They can't release a cappella albums.
Well, you know, your Lauryn Hill tried it.
And it didn't work. It didn't work. Acoustic album, that'll work. Straight acapellas, it's not gonna work. Now, producers, we could put out a beat tape, a beat album, and we good. You know, but yeah, you know, I just love the ability that I could create music from scratch, or reflip samples. You know, like most people listen to music, I'm making music and I'm seeing it. Hard to explain, but I see music. It's like I'm just looking at the note right there, like as it's playing, I can see it. I'm visioning it.
That is impressive, especially when you're sober. Yeah, you don't need to smoke. You're right. That's probably the reverse.
I don't know. Maybe when I'm in the studio with my homeboys and they smoking, maybe it's the contact I caught. I don't know.
So if somebody wanted to listen to like some of the many things that you've done, is there like a website or something that they can go to?
Oh, they could buy LL Cool J album. They could buy some Dipset albums. They could buy Mary J. Blige album. They could buy Fat Joe album. Those are some of the albums I produced on.
Very humble though.
I didn't just mean like, so I meant like when you just come up with maybe like a guitar song or a piano song and you just...
Pretty much. Follow me on Instagram, Music Mystro, MUSICMYSTRO, and about twice a week you'll catch me in the studio going through beats. I break down some of the beats I did, instrument by instrument, or just play beats. I'm always displaying. I'm always showing me in the studio. So really, that's the best way to catch me on Instagram. I go live, in the studio live, make beats live. No.
That seems like an awesome experience. Do you have any projects coming out that are in the works?
Well, actually, I have my project coming out with my cousin Nazza the Great. It's an independent project. I produced the whole album, and he's rapping on that whole album. It's called Family Business. That'll be out November 3rd. It'll be out November 3rd on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, on everything. It'll be out. Like I said, I produced the entire album. Just submitted some stuff for Rihanna, did a new record with Fat Joe, a Keisha Cole record. But mainly I'm just focusing on my project, really. You know, just like the first time I'm in control of my own destiny. So I'm looking forward to that.
That must be a hell of a feeling. Like, yes, I've arrived where I get to do everything that I want to do.
I mean, you know what, man? With no labels behind us, the buzz is just off of my name alone, like stuff that I've done in the past. So people is looking forward to it on the strength of that because I have a good track record. So they looking forward to the beats that I got on there. So that's great. That's always great.
Are you doing some bass guitar on there, or?
It's a couple. It's a couple of songs with bass guitars on there, probably like 1 or 2. But everything, just pretty much, I use Logic, and then my MPC, my Triton, my Motif, like it's software and hardware I used on there. Just used everything.
That's what's up. So I want you to say something that you would like to part on, some parting words to give. Now, they can be anything. They can be to inspire. They can be just, you know, something about what's going on with you, whatever you'd like to say.
I got 2 things. Fuck 45. That's 1. And 2, you want to get in this business? Know the business. Get your legal correct, lawyer, paperwork, make sure everything is correct before you even think about getting in the music biz. Have your PRO, your performance rights. For those that don't know, that's CSAC, BMI, ASCAP. You know, you want to get paid. You don't want to be doing music for nothing. You know, that's how you getting paid. You know, just make sure the background, the behind the scenes shit that's going to get you paid, and make sure you're not getting jerked. Make sure all that is correct before you even think about making music. I wish I would have did that 20 years ago. But I learned the hard way.
And that was probably, I mean, not that you wouldn't have wanted somebody to tell you, but I feel like sometimes there's like, let's say we had 10 people who just heard that. It's probably going to be 2 of them who's like, I'm going to do that. The rest of them are going to be like, I'm going to get my money regardless. You know what I mean? So it's...
I mean, like, what people don't realize, like, yeah, they going to get their money. You can put album on iTunes, on all digital outlets. You put your music up there for sale, and you just getting paid off for the sale. But they're not registering the songs, not knowing, like, yo, you got to go on the Nielsen SoundScan, register with BDS. Them spins generate money, and, like, I tell artists, like, yo, listen, if I produce the record, I don't care what you do with it. If you're not going to register, let me register it at least. If you don't want your money, I want my money, you know. And I've done that with artists where they didn't register the record, and I just registered and took 100% of the record. But now I have to, when money come in, I have to pay them individually, you know. But hey, they paperwork, they legal wasn't correct, and mine was. So, you know, at least that way, let's just say the record blow, you know, it can be tracked thanks to me.
Which makes sense.
I'm going to protect myself always because I've been robbed a lot. So now I know to protect myself.
I mean, if don't nothing else teach you, losing your money will teach you. That's definitely a learning experience.
Yes, it is.
I'd like to thank you personally for sharing that, because I'm sure in the long run, that information you just gave helped somebody. And they should be thanking you later on. And they may be doing an interview years from now. Like, I saw this interview with the Music Mystro, and he helped me realize that I had to do the business portion. So thank you for sharing that information. And thank you for joining us here on the KonnecT Show on Wu-Tang Radio. Do you have like a slogan or a saying or something you say?
Mystro on the beat.
Mystro on the beat. Do you do a little dance with
I say a lot of outlandish shit on social media. Just follow me on Music Mystro, everything, MUSIC, MYSTRO. And if you're not strong, don't follow me. Because I say a lot of wild, reckless shit.
Strong, like personality-wise or physically?
Strong personality. You know what, man? Let me tell you something.
You talking about beating people in the face? Like, what?
No. I'm just brutally honest. Because coming up in the game, they was brutally honest with me. Like, if I'm on the MPC or I'm working on something, they'll tell me, yo, Mice, that shit is whack, or that's not it, you're better. So now if I do it to this younger generation, I'm automatically a hater.
Because they sensitive.
Right. And I'm good for saying, yo, that's whack. That's not it. Or now I can't even say that's whack no more. The new thing is, it's not for me. That's the politically correct way. It's not for me.
It might be for somebody, but it's not for me. I like that, though. I think I might use that next time. like your homegirl got on the outfit. What you think, girl? It's not for me, but you know.
It's for somebody out there.
For somebody.
You know, and real talk, I learned that coming up as a producer, like every beat I make is not for everybody, but it's for somebody.
Somebody. It might be 10 people who like it, but it's for somebody.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
So I don't even get mad. Opinions is like assholes. Everybody got one.
Hey, I seen you back there. Well, we'd like to thank you for joining us here and taking the time out to be here on the KonnecT Show on Wu-Tang Radio. I'm Sapphire, also known as Hope Wonder. This is DJ Ra. We are here in Philadelphia at the Brillo Listening Party. And like we always tell you, if you want to keep it hot, then keep it locked right here.